Hello, welcome to this video, and in this video I just want to talk about and I guess kind of showcase what I think we can do as Sora players to advance this guy's meta into 2024. Because when that year comes around, Sora is going to be probably one of the best characters in this game. So number one, how can we improve Sora's meta? How could we advance his meta? So number one, Sora players need to have better neutral. Sora has really good neutral, I'm not gonna lie. But most Sora players just don't really seem to have good neutral at all. Because what you hear a lot about Sora players is that they just try and do the combos and they don't know any neutral, right? That's what you hear a lot about. And Sora's neutral is actually really easy. Number one, he is a sword character, right? But he has two neutral tools, some neutral tools that are really good. I feel like, personally for me, I really like slingshot with this guy, because, you know, Sora, his nair and fair really good, and you basically kind of always almost want to be in the air with him. So I feel like slingshot is really good for him. And as well, just, you know, dashing back and forth, jumping in with nair. But don't do this, right? Where a lot of Sora players will just do this. Hold in nair, or hold in with fair. And what makes his moves so good, nair and fair respectively, so good is that he can do this. He can either go forward, right, or he can go backwards. And this is also really good for him on shield. This is really good for him on shield, because he can actually be pretty safe on shield most of the time. Let's say you're standing right here, right? Now, for some reason I have it set to up smash, but, you know, if you're doing that with Sora most of the times, you're gonna get hit out of shield. But Sora's nair and fair is so good because you could do that, right? Especially fair, look at this. Maybe if I set that to uppy. So yeah, let's try. Like if you're up in someone's face, okay, up in someone's face like this, right? With Sora's nair and fair. Well, if you do that with fair, it's gonna miss you, but look what you could do. Right? Damn it. Alright, I'm kinda not... See? Oh wow. Wow, look at that. You do the fast fall of Nair too. Okay, now I can't do it after saying it, but... Oh, never mind. Right there. Right, just hold back. And, like, look at how safe on shield this guy could be. Like, see that? So, basically, like, nair and fair are such good neutral tools. Like, even that. You can just be in neutral, right? Be, like, this distance away from your opponent. And you hit nair one like that, right? You catch your opponent slipping like that. Trying to get a combo on this guy. I can't get it to work, but right? So you're in neutral, even that, right? Like, you see that? Like, you see how good this guy's neutral is? Because you catch somebody slipping one time is Sora, right? And, like, you can just go to town on them. So, that's the first thing Sora players can do, or what we can do to improve Sora's meta, is have better neutral with the character. Because his neutral is actually really good because of things like nair and fair. Right? Like, look at this. I'm saying look at this, like, I'm trying to get a combo, I just can't seem to do it right, but... Yeah, that was what the first thing we can do to improve Sora's meta, is actually learn how to play neutral with this guy, because this guy's neutral is really good. Like, look at this. You just always throw this out in front of your opponent. You've got a move that basically covers your entire body at all times. And we don't just have to use Nair short hop, right? You could even do that, right? Come up here, land like the second hit of Nair 2. Right? And then like go into a combo. Just like that, right? So, it's the #1 thing we can do as Sora players to advance this guy's meta is better neutral. With things like fair, slingshotting, fair, even back air, space back air like that. I mean, that's kind of a given. Right? But Nair and fair are such good neutral options, especially the second hits of these moves, right? Because like I said, you fade back. Let's say you intentionally miss the first hit of Nair. Well, you've got 2 extra hits of the move. Same with Nair. Same with Nair. Right? So, I keep rambling on, but this is the first thing we can do to improve Sora's meta. Have better neutral with the character. The second thing, and this is the most important thing, is combos. Sora players need to learn combos. Because I feel like this, for the longest time, was really impressive to people. Which, it is impressive 40%. But honestly, when you hit somebody as Sora, we should be getting like 60 and up, right? And let me show you. See, either 4 or 5 Nair loops, and to drag down fair, down tilt, into up air, that was 74% off of a Nair. Granted, it did take me a long time to hit that, but before I was recording, I was doing stuff like that pretty consistently. But yeah, this is the second thing we need to incorporate, is Nair loops. Because Nair loops are going to be the future of Sora, I'm not gonna lie. And we should be striving to hit 4 minimum, right? 4 seems to be a good spot. Hit 4 and then go into something else, right? Because if you are able to hit 4 Nair loops, you're golden. So I'm trying to do, when I get to the third one, it like pops them up weird for some reason. Only happens when I'm talking. Let me try not talking. But you see, this is, like I keep saying, this is the second thing we need to do to advance Sora's meta, is, in my opinion, incorporate Nair loops, right? Because I feel like I keep saying, Nair loops are the future, right? Because we gotta chain them together, right? And with practice, like honestly, yeah, if you're Sora main, practice on a character. Try practicing on like a character like Roy, Chrom, Incineroar, Palutena, even Cloud. Practice getting 4 Nair loops in a row, right? And here's how to do them. Basically, you want to hit the edge of the Keyblade for each rep, because that is where the most hit stun is on the move for some reason. But yeah, we gotta find... Number 2 to advance Sora's meta is we gotta be hitting more Nair loops, but we also have to find a way to consistently hit these Nair loops on basically every character. Right? Because once we do that, it's gonna be over for some of these guys. You hit somebody one time and they're taking like guac like 1,000,000%, right? So yeah, that is the second thing we need to do to advance Sora's meta. And it's funny, I'm saying that gotta work on the combos, but I'm not able to hit him right now, but let me tell you, I could hit them most of the time. I just don't know why I'm messing up. See, I just have to shut up and I'm eventually getting them. But yeah, like I say, this is the second step, this is the second thing we need to do to advance Sora's meta. More Soras need to actually learn how to do more than this, right? Nair into IDJ Nair. Okay, I'm trying to do it and I can't do it. Wow. More Soras need to learn how to do more combos than just that, right? Like, we need to push the Nair loops further. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say, to get him to even higher percent. Then the last thing to advance this guy's meta is the recovery, or not recovery, the edge guarding. Most Soras are not good at edge guarding either. And look at a character like Sonic. Sonic is really good. Well, one of the reasons this guy is so good as a character is his edge guard, right? See a lot of them both run off and fair, right? And I think Sora's, we kinda need to incorporate that too, because like, literally, edge guarding with this character is gonna make him so good. Because characters like Aegis and Cloud should not be coming back. Neither should Roy, honestly. So, I'd say that is the third thing we need to do when it comes to Sora and advancing his meta. Because, like, edge guarding. Like I said, characters like Cloud, Aegis, Roy, Chrom, right? Bowser. There's just a lot of characters that go up against Sora that realistically shouldn't make it back to stage. So, yeah. Gonna knock that Pyro off. So I'd say this would be a good, like, learning city, right? Is practicing edge guarding. Because like I said, I think this is the last thing we need to do as Sora mains to push this guy's meta is edge guarding. Because a character like this should not be coming back to the stage versus Sora. And you know, it's funny, I used to think just coming off Slingshot and Bear was really good for edge guarding, but then the problem I found with it is that the air dodge, you can't really do anything, right? So I learned that this guy's fair is kind of like Sonic's, because it's so stinking good for edge guarding. Look at this. Alright, I say that, and then I let her get through like that. But his, like, it's fair. Right. The fair does kind of mess up sometimes, but... Wow. Like, see that? We put him in... You see... Whoa. That is why his fair is so good, because you do that, right? Let's say you do this, right? Because he's so floaty, the double jump brings him up. So you can go... You can do stuff like that. See? So, if more people can figure that out, like, I'm pretty sure I could lab this out even more, but if we, like, make it so that characters like this just are not coming back to stage, this guy is gonna be so good. Because that's another reason why Sonic is so good. Because he invalidates a lot of characters like Aegis and Cloud when it comes to their off stage. And I feel like, as Sora mains, we should be doing the exact same thing. And this is also really effective against a character like Fox. I want to show you, because Fox, a lot of people say, you know, he's one of Sora's worst matchups. And I thought that too, right? Because I was getting destroyed by Fox at a local, right? Then I sat down and I thought about it, and I'm just like, this matchup isn't... I mean, I've never faced like a top level Fox or anything, right? But just like, dude, this matchup might not be that bad because of two sins, right? You can really combo Fox pretty hard as Sora. And yes, Fox can rush you down, but this brings me back to point one, the neutral part of Sora. This guy's fair. Retreating, or not fair, retreating Nair, and even retreating fair, even fair like that, I found was really good against Fox. And also Fox jumping in on you, right? Up tilt, I found that was really good, but I'm not a professional Smash player, and I wasn't fighting a professional Fox either, but I felt like I said, Sora's neutral tools like Nair and fair did really good, especially retreating Nair. Because the Fox gets caught in it, then I would just combo him to death. But I'm not here to talk about the Fox matchup with Sora. I'm here to talk about edgeguarding. I used to think edgeguarding Fox as Sora was extremely hard, but it's actually not. I was just really bad at edgeguarding. Let me show you. that didn't work out. But let me show you, because the CPU is not going to do this. But a good Sin versus Fox, especially if they're like right here, right? And the illusion. A good Sin to do with Sora is just run off fair and go like that. Because for some reason, that would catch him a lot of the time, right? And I don't know why. Doing that, right? You see that right there? Gonna wait for him to jump. That was... This is extremely good against Fox and other characters as well. Even though Sora... seems to kind of get him to drop out of the fair. But this, right here, is really good against Fox and a lot of other characters. You just clip them like that, right? But, this is my problem with videos. I ramble on a lot. But yeah, those were my 3 sins that I think we as Sora players can do to, you know, advance the Sora meta. Work on his neutral. Learn more combos than just, you know, this into up tilt. Like I said, I think we gotta incorporate nair loops. I talk about nair loops, but I can't really seem to consistently get nair loops on Fox. Which is okay, because you could just do this to Fox. You know? So, it's not that big of a problem, right? Yeah, those are my cities I think we can do as Sora players to advance Sora's meta. Number 1, play better neutral as this character, because I think he has really good neutral that a lot of Sora players just don't actually know how to do. Number 2, his combo game. This is what makes the character actually so good, is his combo game. Need to incorporate more nair loops into characters and find a way to consistently get nair loops on characters. And number 3 is edge guarding. Characters like Fox, Aegis, maybe even Mario, Cloud, Roy, Chrom. Characters like those should honestly relatively never get back to stage once they're thrown off of it by Sora. And, because Sora, he literally has the tools for edge guarding. One more thing I want to show for edge guarding, right, is Thunder. I found that, you know, if you, like, come down with Thunder, like, here, it's actually really good that way, right? Because Thunder's hitboxes start all the way from the top. I found doing that a lot of times against people, you know, they just go through Thunder. But if I were to hit them with Thunder down here, it worked out a lot better. But, yeah. Those are all the 3 things I think we can be doing as Sora players to advance his meta. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Anything I could do better for videos like this, and your thoughts on Sora in the meta, and what we could do to advance his meta. And, yeah.